How are you guys doing? I'm your host 12 and this is Aston, the Adult Sports Situation Network. First, before I get into it, let me know what you guys feel about this game coming up against the Green Bay Packers. Do you think the Bears are going to win this last game? If you're going to win any game this whole season, because you can't win the rest, you got to win this game. You got to beat the Packers in Lambeau. That's what I'm saying. Beat the shit out of the Packers. But right now, the Bears have been going through probably one of the worst shit shows that we've seen, probably in our lifetime. You know, the head coach wasn't that great. He wasn't he wasn't that good. Period. I never did understand why they did hire him. You bring in a young stud quarterback like Caleb Williams. He has all the tools. He has everything. But the one thing he doesn't have is the assets. And that asset being a good offensive mind and a good coach that gets the most out of their players. You know, a good coaching staff. And that's been abysmal. And then you turn around, you look at that offensive line. I mean, he's been sacked more than any quarterback in the league this year. But some of it is on him, but some of it's because he's scrambling, trying to let a play happen and hoping that these guys get open so he can make something happen. And he does do that consistently when he has the shot. It's just that he has to clean up on some of these easy passes and stuff like that. It's crazy. He'll make the incredible wild plays, but then he'll miss the guy that's wide open. But that's not indicative of who he is. I think he'll get that cleaned up. It's, you know, it's just part of the maturation process. So he'll be all right in the long term. But let's get into the Bears here. So we're talking about Ryan Poles. Is Ryan Poles looking for the best fit for the Bears, or is he looking for the best fit for himself to preserve his job? We don't know what the situation is going to be like because as far as what we're hearing, right now it sounds like he has one more year left on his contract. And that's not going to line up with any coaches unless they give him an extension or they give him the boot. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because there's a lot of rumors going around about Ben Johnson not wanting to work with Ryan Poles, and that he wants to bring in his own GM. And the latest what I heard is from Washington. So then we're also hearing about Cliff Kingsbury also being a possibility to come in and coach Caleb in the squad. They already have a rapport together. They already work together, so there's familiarity there, and he already knows how to get the best out of Caleb, supposedly. So, you know, this is next level when it comes to the NFL. But I want to know what you guys think about this shit show of a year. Drop it below. Do you think this is a good situation that the Bears can actually find the right coach and build their way out of it, and then they skyrocket next year as long as they assure us that they're going to fix that O-line? Or do you think the shit show is going to go on for a while if ownership holds on to this team? And the reason why I bring that up is because the last game, you know, everybody in the crowd was cheering and screaming for them to sell the team. Well, the McCaskies, well, not the McCaskies, but, you know, Hallis, and the McCaskies have been a part of the NFL since the inception of the NFL. So I don't know if that's going to happen, and this is probably the greatest asset, especially if they do move to a new location and get a new stadium. So this would not be the time to sell. And also, I think that, you know, George is trying to work through this and figure this thing out and see if he can get this thing right and back on track. It doesn't sound like we have another Bill Polian in the building to help direct us towards another meltdown. But I will say this. The Bears have an opportunity to utilize this year, utilize this pick, that $80-something million under the cap, to assure us and to make the O-line what it's supposed to be in front of Caleb Williams. And if they do that, and maybe they extend Keenan Allen, maybe they go get a defensive edge. They have a lot of holes to fill here. Well, actually, it's not that much, but you do need to get that O-line fixed. You do need somebody who can rush the passer. And if we can retain our receivers, I think the Bears will be a playoff team next year. And actually, they can go deep. Let me know what you guys think below. But this has been one heck of a shit show year. And let me know, who are you guys going for? Are you guys going for the Bears over the Packers? Or are you going for the Packers over the Bears? But the game to watch outside this game is going to be Minnesota Vikings and Detroit. That's going to be a game. Hey, make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button right below. We're on our way to 1,000. You can help us get there. And after the game, we're going to have a recap. And we're going to have a deeper dive because once this offseason starts, it's going to be a show. We don't know which way it's going to go, but it's going to be entertaining. I'm your host, 12. This is the Adult Sports Situation Network, otherwise known as ASIN. And next time we pull up in your YouTube feed, make sure you get your ass in.